evening. Yes, it's a weeknight. Got another quick meal for a weeknight, and it is creamy fettuccine and shrimp. We cook this, or I cook this a lot around here. This is one of our favorite quick dishes. This one, and I also do it where I just do the olive oil and butter. But tonight we're going to do it up creamy. So sit back and let's get on this quick meal. All right, we're going to get started on this creamy fettuccine and shrimp meal. And I told you this is a quick weekday meal, okay? A lot of times we have this on Friday. In fact, this is one of our favorite quick meals here. I have my water back here boiling for my fettuccine. I just put some salt. Remember, salt your water generously unless you just don't want the salt. I'm going to put a drop of olive oil in there because I'm using this fettuccine. They're kind of thick and we don't want them to stick together. Okay, and I'm going to drop my fettuccine in. And what I do and what I've always done, the way I grew up, my mother did it too. And like I said, I always thought it was to stretch the spaghetti, but we take and break it in half. Okay, break it in half. Yes, we're gonna get this cooking because believe it or not, by the time this fettuccine is done, this shrimp should be right behind it. In fact, the shrimp may be done quicker, and I'm gonna turn that pot on. May be done quicker than the fettuccine. Put the last little bit in here, and then we're going to give it a good stir. I stir it a couple of times, okay, just to be sure that it's not going to stick on me. Okay, and in this pan here for my shrimp, if you can see, I have about maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil for my shrimp, and I'm going to add some butter. So while we're cooking this fettuccine, I also want to tell you what all I'm going to put in this shrimp. Okay, we have olive oil. I'm going to put some butter. This is boiling like crazy. Turn it down a little bit. Okay, so we're going to put some butter. Let's turn it this way just a little bit. I have 3 large cloves of garlic I minced up. I have some green onions I've already minced up or cut up. I have some fresh parsley that I took off of the stems and cut them up. Okay, I told you about the butter. I have my shrimp here. And I don't know how many pounds it is, but I know it's 30 of them. 30 shrimp, and they're large shrimp, good sized shrimps, okay? And the shrimp I let sit in the refrigerator only about 30 minutes. The only thing I put on these is Cajun seasoning and Old Bay. Okay, we'll add just a smidgen of salt into it. We won't need a lot. So when this oil gets hot, we are going to drop our shrimp in first, and then we're going to pull them out. We're going to just get a little color on them, and then we're going to pull them out and make our sauce. I'm going to put in here about 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay, that's about 2 tablespoons. Now I have some chicken stock. I only have a drop in here. So what I did was I took and made my own little broth. I just put some water and a bouillon cube in here, okay, and let it dissolve. See, this is popping already, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead on and we're going to drop our garlic in here. This meal comes together so quick. We have it done in under 30 minutes. Now this is popping a little bit too much for me, y'all, because it's making a mess. And we're going to go ahead on and we're going to add our shrimp while that garlic is cooking. Yes. I'll clean up the stove in a minute. Okay, I got my stove on a medium up just a smidgen to get these shrimp going. We just want to get a little color, just a little bit. Cook them just a little bit. And wash your hands. All right. Get rid of this. Our parsley will add last. Had it hot, and that's okay. Let's put some of that grease up there. I'm sorry if I'm all in your way. Let's turn you on the pot. Turn it up just a smidgen. Let's stir our fettuccine. Let that cook for a good 10 to 12 minutes there before we pull it out. Turn our shrimp up, and we just want them to get a little pink, and then we'll pull them out because they will cook in that sauce just a little while. You don't want to overcook the shrimp. They'll be tough, rubbery. You don't want that. Get something that we can take them out in. Sit that there. Turn that down a smidgen. Okay, they're starting to change color, so we can go ahead on and turn them over. See, they're turning pink, and that's what we want. Turn them up even a little bit higher here. On over, flip over. These are pretty good sized shrimp, y'all. My husband did a good job in picking them. And these shrimp were frozen. Okay. They were already peeled and deveined. That's, if I'm going to buy frozen, that's the ones I like to get so I don't have to do any work to them. Let them thaw. And put your seasonings on them and let them sit a little while in the fridge. Okay. Excuse me. All right. We'll give these a minute more and we'll take them out. I know you're thinking they don't look done, and they won't be all the way done. We don't want them to be all the way done. Okay. Aren't those beautiful? All right. Get on down in there, baby. All right, we're gonna go ahead on and we're gonna pull these out. All right, y'all, I am sorry about that. Our power went out, yes. But thank God for Jesus, it came back on because my fettuccine would have been ruined. Yes, I did manage to get my shrimp out of the pan. So what I'm going to do is proceed with this sauce here. Okay, so we have our butter, our olive oil, and our garlic in the pan. Okay, I'm gonna add just a few of these scallions in there. We'll save some for later. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get this sauce together in case the lights decide they want to go out again on us. Okay, let's see. We are going to add our chicken stock. Okay, I'm going to add what little bit I have in here. and I'm gonna add the chicken stock that I made. Okay, do what you gotta do when you're out of something. And that was a cup there. That was a cup. I just took a bouillon cube, added it to a cup of water, heated it up for about 30 seconds in the microwave, let it dissolve, and you got your chicken stock or broth. All right, gonna let that come to a boil. Now, a lot of times what I do, I will put, instead of the chicken stock, sometimes I put white wine in here. It's good in here. Okay, if you don't like wine, you don't drink wine, you don't like alcohol in your food, or you don't like it, period, don't use it. I don't have any in the house today, so I'm going with the broth. Okay, I'm going to add just a smidgen of garlic, granulated garlic. I'm going to add just a smidgen of all-purpose, just a smidgen, just to give it a little bit of flavor. And even though I put some of my Cajun seasoning on my shrimp, I'm going to put a little bit here in the sauce here. A little black pepper. Okay, now my time is off on my clock, so I need to keep a close eye on those, and they're not done yet. Nope. Okay, and I'm going to put just a smidgen of salt. Just a smidge, a pinch, and a little bit more of the Old Bay. Okay. This does not have to cook long. We will add some, you could either add half and half, or you can add heavy whipping cream. I don't have any half and half in the house. So when this comes to a good boil, I'm going to add the heavy whipping cream, okay? I'm going to turn this into a real creamy sauce for that fettuccine and shrimp. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I can use another piece of butter in there too. Not really going by a lot of measurements tonight. This is just a quick weeknight meal that I'm putting together, that I fix all the time, okay? So we're gonna let this come to we're gonna let it simmer down a little bit. After it does, we're gonna come back and put our heavy cream in. All right, that fettuccine is almost ready. This has cooked down just a little bit, and now we're gonna add some heavy whipping cream to it. Yes. And we'll let that cook down just a little bit. Yes, we will. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Let that cook for a little bit. A couple of minutes ought to do it. Okay, we're going to taste these noodles to see, and it hasn't been 30 minutes since I've been on here with you guys. It has not. And this is almost done. Those noodles are almost done. I told you this would be done right around the time that fettuccine is done. And I think that fettuccine is ready to come out of there. We don't want to overcook it, because that's going to go in here too. Okay. Yes, look at that. Go ahead on and add us some more green onions. Put as many as you want, y'all. This is your pasta. Put as many as you want. I like to add some in last because it just kind of adds a freshness. That's why I hold back on my parsley. Let's turn these noodles off. I'm going to get them drained real quick. Real quick. going to bring them right back over. Yes. Sit them right back on this hot eye. Look at that sauce, y'all. Oh, yeah. It's going to be good. And a lot of times, instead of making this creamy sauce, sometimes I'll just cook my shrimp in the oil and butter, and we eat it that way, which is really, really good. Okay, that sauce is done. I'm going to take and I'm going to put some of these noodles in the sauce. Yes, that's why you don't want to overcook them. I'm going to turn that sauce down. That's why you don't want to overcook them, because they're going to cook just a little bit more in here. Yes, yes, yes. Now, was that quick or what? Okay. I'm going to turn the sauce off. I'm going to add a little bit of paprika to this for some color. It's not the smoked. Just make sure it's paprika. Yep. Going to put our shrimp back in. Okay, I know I move a little slow. I don't like to dump anything because I don't want the mess. Yes, OMG, y'all. Look at that. I have turned my pot off. All right, look at that. Put all of those noodles in here, because we will eat it all. Yes, we will. At this point, we're going to put our fresh parsley in. Look at that, y'all. It's going to soak up that creamy sauce we have in there with that fresh garlic. Let's put some parsley in here. You can use the dry parsley, but it's nothing like the fresh. And I had just enough left in that fridge. Look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And the last thing we will put on this dish is some lemon juice, fresh lemon juice. Put it in right at the end. Look at that dish. Yes. That's how simple this creamy fettuccine and pasta dish is. That's how quick it is. We are ready to eat, y'all. Yes. Let's get that stirred up in there too. Put that in the sink. Now, is that gorgeous or what? Yes. You can drop a little bit more olive oil in there if you want to. It's up to you. I'm gonna let it sit there just a minute. And that is our creamy fettuccine and shrimp. Yes. All right. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for this quick Tuesday night meal, okay? Creamy fettuccine and shrimp. I appreciate it. I will be back real soon with another video. Please remember to like, share my videos, comment y'all to me, and subscribe if you have not. I will see you soon on my next video. Bye-bye.